Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I think today is the day that I have managed to figure out what is going on with my audio issues. I had to take off a bunch of filters and kind of reset it back to roughly where it was. For some reason, like season 1, episode 1, like my first ever really YouTube video that I released on YouTube, right? It sounded a lot better than kind of every single episode after that. So I have made the change. I've made some adjustments. I really do hope that this is a lot better than previously. So here is hoping. But I do actually want to take the time to take a quick cut just to listen back to my intro, and then we'll get right into the episode. So I will catch everyone in a quick second. And wow, does that sound so much better. That honestly sounds a lot more clear, a lot more precise on what I'm trying to say. I did put back on my pop filter because I think the P's and everything were a bit too loud. So hopefully this episode goes well. So I guess today's episode is very much a kind of continuing playing Workers and Resources, but also testing out our audio quality and ensuring that it's definitely up to satisfactory for where we want to see it at. So we'll continue off where we left off, where a lot of the city was almost ready to be fully opened and actually get some citizens involved. But also in the previous episode, we saw that a fire did break out and completely caused this to fall to the wayside. So we did place a dump. So we're just gonna tell it to only collect mixed waste. I don't want it to collect anything else. And then what we can do is set that there, and then we'll set a new demolition there. So they'll start to take care of this very, very slowly. We only need these big trucks, and they can take about 6.5. So wow, it's going to take quite a bit of time to actually take this away. So once we get bigger trucks, or not bigger trucks, but just a bigger demolition office, which I mean we can get, but granted, like I don't need 13 trucks. I don't need a helicopter depot. Like I don't really need it right now. I think we just go out of the free stuff and we'll be fine. So something that I really do want to flesh out and kind of get fully organized is our situation. Well, first off, actually, this is the fire. Oh, right. We don't have a police station. Wow, I'm all over the map, it feels like. So what I did want to get set, because everything over here is set. There was... so food is all set. Yeah, because the distribution office, they'll pull it out of the back. There was something that I thought I had to get fixed up, but it doesn't actually look like there's anything that needs to get actually fixed. Okay, I guess I'm just kind of tripping a little bit. So water setup, heat setup, and sewage is set up. And I believe, what is this? This is a substation. So even more water is now set. So I actually think that we are completely set up for citizens to move in, because we have nothing else that needs to be built underground. Everything's ready to export everything. So I really do think we are ready to go. So let me do just a quick check. I'll be back with everybody in 1 second. We are... I feel like this episode is just going to be a little bit all over the place. But we'll be okay. I did just add a limiter, so hopefully we don't continue to peak. And I'll try to regulate my voice a little bit. Maybe that's also another issue. I'm not versed at all in audio production, so that's okay. So we have the warehouse, the shopping center. Everything looks pretty set up. I do just want to take a look, show my overlays, and show me what is under construction. So the only thing that is left for construction is this stand for small garbage. I will let it finish. And something that I did notice is this is 28 tons of mixed waste. Our landfill can only fit 44, or sorry, 140. So this this demolition project is in sense completely filling up our landfill. Not great. Not great, not horrible. So I think actually, this is not the most crucial. So what we're going to look to do is we're actually going to look to move people in. So I know we did the math previously on all this, but I do want to do the math again and just ensure that we're not miscalculating. So I need about 15 here. It actually highlights when you hover over it who it can service. So we need about 15 there. That is crucial. We need 15. Here we need about 30, so that's about 45. And then we're going to need about 2, 4, 6. So 35. So about 42 to be able to kind of manage all of this going around. So I'm going to do 40 and kind of see where it gets us. So I'm going to pause the game real quick. So we're going to need 40 of them. So 1, 2, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40. That is 40. So that should be all the educated workers that we need. Now, here we need about 25, 50, 75. And I think that would fill up. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 70 in here would fill up the shopping center. So 1, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That will supply the shopping center. 5, 10, 15, 18. So let's just say 15, 30, 45. 5, 10, 15, 45, 5, 50, 60, 90. So we would have to, so this would be 10, and then this would be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. So then that should fill that. And if we just do the rest like this, that should fill there. And then they just need 1 for here. Something that we do need. Oh, and then also they're going to need 7. So I think what we should do, because we're only in June, July, August, September, October. So we have a lot of months to figure this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these mini buses. I'm going to move them back to over here. I should have done this first, but this is okay. Those mini buses, I'm going to move them back. And they will return there. And then what I can do is once they return, I can actually probably do it, yeah, now. What it's going to do is it's going to go from this location and it's going to go here. I can tell it to avoid going to the depot, and it's going to start. So at Gary's station, we want them to load workers, but not with education, and don't load any of these. So we just want workers that are uneducated or with basic. We don't want to load workers with high education. So as well here, I mean, this is fine because they're not going to load anything. So then what we want to do is copy the line wherever that, yeah, copy, and where is the first microbus to this guy? What bus did I send over here? Maybe I just never sent this one to move. So now what we're going to do is we're going to want to copy to this guy, and we're also going to tell him not to go to the depot. So now there's going to be 2 of them on the same line, and they should bring workers from here to the heating plant. Worst case scenario, we just have to hire more workers. I think we have enough doctors. Yeah, we have, or not enough doctors, but we have enough highly educated, I believe, to kind of run all of our important stuff. Something I'm trying to alleviate is like this happening. We don't want that to happen. So they're going to continue doing that. And now these buses are underway. So they should look to pick up. He should stay, and they're going to pick up them, and they're going to go out. And they should go over here and drop them off so they can start working at the heating plant. And then once the heating plant gets up and running, this should go to 90, which then means that this should go to 90 if it's all correctly set up. There should not be anything wrong with it. Just need to make sure, yeah, doctors. People are off work. Yeah, we just got to always make sure that there's enough, for sure enough doctors constantly. So our unemployment due to small children, we have no unemployment due to no workspaces, which means that we don't have enough workforce. There are no staff with basic. Yeah, so it looks like we're okay there, but we just don't have any unemployment due to lack of workplaces. Yeah, now this should should eventually bump up to be at 90. They're 100% productivity. So that should bump up. We're going to need to hire more workers from the Soviet bloc to be able to offset and have some unemployment going on here, because the only unemployment we have is due to small children, so they just can't work. The one that we're looking for is due to no workplace. That is the one that we need to really look at and ensure that we have enough. So I just want to kind of watch that number and ensure that we can maintain that. So currently, like right here, this is not a good sign, is like people are waiting, but we don't have enough workers to supplement this. And I think this is an issue. We don't need this many staff members working there. We can probably get away with 8. Here we probably don't need 25. We can probably get away with 10. This is fine. I think this school we can probably get away with 5. Here we can get away with probably, I'm gonna do 4. And then here I think's fine. That's kind of like the lowest amount we can go. So then if we just kind of let everything run, we should see. So I'm actually going to lower this to, I don't want it to be 2. I want it to be 10. So we'll lower that to 10. This has a better number now. We're actually way over. So let's lower this to, let's do 8. Yeah, okay. And then this looks good. Looks like we're balancing out everything. Yeah, that's a good balance. So this is definitely a little bit nerve-wracking bringing in citizens again, because remember, this was the reason why last time we completely died. But I'm more optimistic this time around. So this is almost up to 90. It does have an internal storage in it, so it can maintain this 90. But it will be very important that we bring more workers. So what is our unemployment at? It's only at 1% due to no workplace. So a good number apparently to have it at is 10 to 15. So we can look to bring that number up. But I just want to kind of see if the game can first catch itself up before we decide to add even more and get ourselves in a weird situation. So I'm going to delete this building. That also means that we're gonna have to delete this cart path or walking path that we have constructed with gravel. So we actually have to demolish it. So it looks like we're sitting at, yeah, so like it's here, the 10% no workplace, which is perfect. And we can actually start getting workers sent over here. With our 11%, that's actually really good. We only need about 10 workers to go over there. So what I think we might want to do This actually needs to have more workers at it. This is not that safe that we only have, like, we have no workers for such a long time. But actually, this should start fixing that issue. We shouldn't have that issue anymore. Now that we kind of have a better, due to no workplace, worker, not problem, but just like a deficit. So with that, I guess what we should do is we need 10 over there. We can get away with, I think if we do a bus, I just don't want to take too many over there and then we're kind of stuck in a weird situation, right? So I'll probably just do 1, 2. I'll do 2 again, bring them over, and also have them picking up workers so that we can send them off to the boards and then they can manage the boards. So it looks like everyone's just kind of chilling in the city. This still has a massive excess number where we don't even have this many babies that need to be watched. But at least we're looking pretty stable. We're going up in happiness. We just have to keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this to ensure that we maintain. We are running out of shoppers. We're in that point where they're waiting outside, so I don't know if they're going to be able to get inside, but I'm unsure why. We have a surplus here. We have 10 wait. Here we go. Okay, now they just filled it up. So, treated patients, babies. This is a pretty good balance we have going. This is good. And yes, they're researching here, which is great. And they also are, you know, they're teaching as they go. I'm not really worried about this not having everything it needs to have. Like, that's not really an issue for me, but definitely making sure that these are completely up to snuff is very important. We can't have people dying. Are they walking between bus stops? Oh wow, they are. Wait, so if they can walk to this bus stop, does that mean they can walk over here? Why are you over here? So if you get to an hour on the waiting on the platform, would you eventually just go head off to work where the boards are? Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like eventually they do just head off. So let's get one more of these T138s, bring them over. But yeah, it does very much well look like they can kind of just walk across themselves. So I really didn't need those 2 buses, because if they don't find a job in the city, they'll just head across and get a job. So we're at 4%. This building doesn't have anybody in it. Well, it has a bit, but let's upgrade and get some more working class in. And I think if this can balance everything out, then we should be sitting in a very good situation. Then we can kind of focus on bringing in more citizens. So that's at 90, and then this should, yes, okay, this is at 90. That means that these should all be at 90 and good. That is wonderful. We are sitting in a very good position now. We are not going to completely lose everything. I think, because all the heat's in, everything's in, it's looking good. Our unemployment due to no workplaces is rather low. It's kind of scary low. So we might need to look to quickly adding some more housing. So 2 workers without jobs, unable to visit a tavern, unable to participate in any sports. Well, I feel like that's just because we need to start balancing things. Oh, right. That is something I had to do. So currently there's no alcohol that actually goes here. So what we do need to do is we need to grab a closed hall. And this one's kind of not doing anything. I know it's kind of taking it off the construction line, but we do have another one, and it really doesn't take much for these. So What I want to do, and I'm kind of attempting, no, I do want to do it like this. So I want to send him there. And then with that, I want him to go from the warehouse to the pub. So from the where you're going to load at the warehouse, you're going to load alcohol. And then you're going to unload the alcohol. And you're going to wait until unloaded. And then I'm going to tell you to cancel going to the station. You're just going to start the jaunt. So currently, we're not selling any alcohol due to the fact that we're not delivering any alcohol. So once he grabs a load of alcohol, yep, right there. So now he's bringing 4.7 tons. Now he can go here and he can unload the alcohol. And what we might have to tell him to do, because he's gonna wait till unloaded. I don't know if this blocks. No, this doesn't block. Okay. So this doesn't block, so this is good. So he can serve, we can serve alcohol now. So this should see that going down. I don't know how there's a lack of meat. I want to get rid of, I know it's getting rid of, it's actually getting rid of what I purchased, but I'm going to get rid of that. They should pull in whatever they need. But that's just to offset. Okay, so we're at 14%. That's great. So that's going to offset so they can actually store more of clothes and stuff like that. They should be going to the back to grab more clothes. Unless it's sitting at the percentage that is agreed upon. No, they should be heading back here. They have more workers than necessarily needed. So they can send them off to the back to go get more supply. Because back here, there's tons of supply. Should I do 50-50? No, because then, or should I do 40? No, that wouldn't do it as well. Because the warehouse is only at 27% right now. It should be filling up. Okay, so worst case scenario, if this doesn't fill for some odd reason, if it just doesn't work, what we'll end up doing is we will check on this in a little bit, notify me when goods are missing. If that happens, we'll just tell these trucks that are here that you also need to, if this drips below 80%, they'll take a load and they'll just kind of bounce back and forth. Just due to, I don't know why they're not grabbing what they need out of there. So this kind of fluctuates a little bit right now, up and down by 20%. That's being used, so they are making water, which is perfect. So that means that if we take a look at this overlay again, we should see water pressure. That water pressure is perfect. So we shouldn't have to worry about water currently. Apparently no water is flowing over here. I don't know if I believe that. But apparently water is not flowing over here. Need workers to fell trees. So we're doing that. And where are you? So you actually drive to the tree they cut down. Okay. And then right now it's just kind of sitting here. Okay. So 9%. We're looking good. We're looking balanced. We ain't looking scary. Slow research, but that's okay. Okay. Well, I think we're juggled. I think we're sitting at a pretty good point. A lot better than previously. So that is great. Right. Yes, okay. So I think we're sitting now at about 11% no workplace, which is pretty good. What now we can look to do is I'm actually thinking what I might look to bring in. Why are you not getting any workers? Or do I not assign you an area to get workers? Looks like I didn't. Okay. What I want to look to do, oh, I guess somebody else kind of went over here and did it. What I do want to look to do is adding in a location, because right now with all of these teachers and everything, we have a fairly large amount of location that we can keep adding. and we're gonna hit the point where we're gonna have 21 plus without own flat. So we have one person right now, that's 1%, that just they grew up but they don't have anywhere to go, and that's definitely not good. We should not have that happening. And we do have this nice open area. I just wish that this would complete and finish. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on. And then what I want to, I think, do is set up just that. Actually, we could probably just do it in here. What I wanted to do is I want to set up just one of these. And I think actually I might put it backwards just because it fits a little bit nicer. I want to set up one of these large flats, and I want it to be right here where it's accessible by everything. And yes, perfect. So it's set that up already. That's awesome. So yeah, I want to begin building this. So a lot of it's going to happen, but we have a lot of trucks and everything, so it should happen quickly. This will open up a location so that we have an area for we're not going to fill it out. We're probably going to leave it about only half full, so that when people become of age, they will have their own flat to go to, and they're not looking to kind of not like share, but they can get out from underneath their parents, I guess, right? So we're going to set this up there as well, and then I'm going to look to build this out with gravel. This, so we're going to go around this way, and what I'm going to pretty much do, because we don't have sewage drop yet, is I'm pretty much going to look to build up this entire section, minus going down this way, just so that we don't disrupt anything there. But I pretty much want this to become all gravel, so that we can have some faster buses, because they'll prioritize the faster lanes rather than the slower lanes, which is going to be very good for us. So I just want to prioritize that. I feel like I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between building something and just double checking to make sure that we're not getting into a situation where we're losing everybody due to something ridiculous that happens. So just kind of always just going back and forth, double checking, make sure that we're still looking fine. We do need to figure this out though, because that is a lot. That is a lot of logs going on. So one other thing that I want to do before we tackle the boards is I want to set up another technical office, which is in state. I want to set up another free one right here, just the temporary free. And what I want to get in here is I want to get a big container and 2 smalls so that they can deal with these internal cases, or the internal garbage container stands, so they can deal with them. And then what I want to do is I believe a distribution office would probably be my best bet. I just have to find, can you load wood? You can load wood. Perfect. You are the perfect candidate, because all you were doing was steel. So these two can now come here. They can load boards and they can unload boards over there. So they'll just continuously take the boards and empty them. That should give us a little bit of profit. And the person that gave me the comment to let me know that boards just fill, you weren't wrong. They fill, and they fill fast. Fell trees ready for transport from a forest. So there is still 629 tons that's ready to be taken out of this forest. That is crazy. There is 16,000 tons of wood in this forest. That is unbelievable. So these will start heading their way. I believe their max speed is, what is their max speed? I don't think it, oh, right here, 62. So they'll be able to go faster on these gravel roads once they're up and operational, which will be perfect. So yeah, we're actually going to watch this truck. I want to watch them, just make sure everything is moving smooth. So he's going to load up 13 ton. He's gonna just sit around and watch. Then they were gonna take it out. I know this is gonna be probably a little bit slow, but I just wanted to make sure that this is all working smoothly. Let's actually just delete all these. Make sure this is working smoothly. We'll double check the city, and then I'll do a quick jump cut just to kind of check everything over once again, just to ensure that we're still looking good. And then I'll be back with everyone. So let's just kind of watch and make sure that everything's working smoothly. Because he doesn't need to pick up anything. He just needs to drop off because our steel is still full. So he shouldn't pick up steel. He shouldn't pick up anything. He should just drop off these boards and then go look to head back. Now, yes, now we're looking like we're cutting into our... So it's about... So per one large vehicle, we're going to get about $171. So that definitely should start to offset our costs, because right now we're probably going to be looking that we're only going to imports, and that should definitely help us offset. I think what I will do here, though, is I'm going to get one more open haul. I'm going to get the big one again, so that we're exporting just one more amount. So that will kind of tap us off right there. And then the city's looking good. We got still about 9%. So we're hovering about 10% to 11%, which is honestly really good. And that's great. I do want to get this filled up a little bit more with just invited immigrants. But I also want to have this so it's a flat that people can move into, so that they're not living with their parents. They can actually be successful in society, because right now it's 21 plus without their own flat, so they can't really work. I believe that's how the calculation goes. So I want to get them able to work and be active in society, which is hopefully the goal. So yeah, he's just kind of just chilling out. He's delivered a lot, and he has really nowhere else to go or to be. So he's just going to kind of sit there and chill out and hang out. So I think what I want to do actually here is I want to add this, as well as I want to add it in here. I want to make this, because I just think it would look good, right? Maybe not on that side. Definitely I like it on that side, though. It kind of like wraps it all together. And I think even in here would like... Yeah. And we'll finish that. I do like that. Yeah, I'm a fan. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a quick jump cut, and I'll be right back with everyone real quick. It looks like we're about halfway through the episode, and it looks like my audio is still doing what it's doing. I don't know. Maybe I'll look to contact a audio expert and hopefully get my audio fixed. I don't know if it's, because it almost sounds like it's a little hollow. I don't, at some points, not all points, but just like randomly at some points it gets kind of hollow sounding almost. So not fully sure, but yeah, we'll bear through it. We'll look to get it fixed eventually. So, but Bravo Slav is looking pretty successful. It's looking really good. I'm happy. We're not breaking anything currently. We actually have firefighters on standby in case a fire breaks out like last time and crushes 2 of our vehicles. So that's very good. So now the only issue I think with these is the distribution office won't wait until full. I think they kind of just, yeah, they just kind of head out, and they're not going to wait. So the only time that they'll get sent back is if there's something here, but they won't actually wait until they're loaded. So what I should do is say only store if, you know, only the storage percentage is 30, then go load, so that they're not going off and going for no reason. They're actually going for a specific reason, because there's actually something there waiting for them. So perfect. So there's a bunch of people waiting for the professors. We only have 2. And I am a little bit worried to increase that number, as I don't want to hit a point where, because even like here, like this is stop production. Now it only stopped for a brief second, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, just due to the fact that sometimes we don't have a large percentage of not working, sometimes we do. So I just want to make sure that we're not in that situation where we kind of run out of workers, and then we run out of doctors, and it just kind of it's a spiral effect, right? So trying to make sure we monitor that, and we're getting up a couple more buildings. So as this is going, it's at 13%. What I think would also be beneficial is if we did add in another location that we can get, you know, I don't really want to hire in more educated workers, but I think it's kind of that way where it's like you might have to hire them in, right? Because university education is 58 and we're not gaining any more, but we do have students waiting in the auditorium to become highly educated. I mean, how long does it take to become highly educated? Is it just like 1 5-hour session of teaching and then you're highly educated? How does that fully work? So if this guy finishes him, I think it was him. If you finish, what happens to you? You just kind of... Okay, so let's see what happens to you. So you're on free time. So only have a basic education, but I think you went up. That's correct. So starving, crime. Yeah, crime's an issue. 3% actually. That's causing our happiness to go down. And then drinking alcohol and starving. Our starving should not be an issue, but definitely crime is. I mean, we don't have a police station. So 100% I could definitely see that being an issue. So I think what we're gonna do is we will probably place, I think if we place the police station here, it covers pretty much everything, and we can then send, we'll be good. Yeah, so I'll do there, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to connect. We'll connect. I don't want to connect like that. And maybe we just won't connect it. Wonder if we could honestly fit in another one of these big boxy buildings here. Put it in to face it. Come on. Put it in there. Pretty off center to kind of what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I don't see a good location that I want to fit this anywhere in there, so I'm just not going to force it. But yeah, this definitely needs to get underway and done. Looks like he wanted to drop off more gravel, but the guy said nope. Okay, so yeah, he topped it up. Perfect. Sitting at about 8%. Great. And yeah, we can definitely fill this in with some immigrants from the US dollars. That'll be great. So yeah, we're almost actually finished this road, so we can actually drive a lot quicker. I don't know what 30% would be, so they're just kind of really just hanging out, chilling. But we are making a good dent into the export. I wonder if we get one more. Let's do one of those as well. Let's just get all 3 filled up, see what happens. We'll kind of go from there. But it is nice that they can pretty much just walk across the road now and get to the other location without needing any type of transportation. So these extra buses I bought are really, there's no point to them, which is totally fine. But everything's definitely running a lot smoother, a lot nicer. And it's looking a lot better. We just have to get the police in here because crime is definitely a factor. Oh, the health change is going. That's great. Drinking alcohol is causing reasons for decreasing. Can we really do anything about that? People want their alcohol. That's going to keep them happy. So, no, it's all good. You just get so many messages so quickly. Oh yeah, that's something that we definitely should look to set up is our train. Because with the train we can do a lot more. Maybe what we would actually do is let's put a little bit more of this gravel. I'll actually do. Why was I do that? Actually, I don't like that. We'll do. Yeah, that's what I wanted. We'll do that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then we can add this like that. Perfect. Okay. Can we actually make it a little bit longer? Yep. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, let's now look to build the train station. Well, not the train station, but the way that we're going to get tracks through here and kind of get everything up and operational. So we don't really need the tracks to transport our citizens around currently. That's just not something we need. But I think what would be really beneficial is if we can use our trains to ship out a bunch of boards. These definitely take a long time to get back, to the point really where these doing just driving is making us money, but it definitely is going to cost more unless we just have a location where we're storing the boards and then the train is taking the boards out. I think that would definitely be more beneficial. So I want to clean up a little bit what is going on here, because remember, this was all very much to be temporary, not to be a long-term fix. So we have 6. That's demolition. So I at least want to have all of these guys out and all of these guys out to clear up some space, so we have somebody that needs help. So he's off and running. Go on, ambulance. Go on, ambulance. Do your thing, ambulance. Perfect. This can be demolished. This can be demolished. Perfect. Yeah, so we're just opening up more room, which is great. This is what we wanted. Yeah, and then this is not fully full, but we don't have any more room. So I think another thing that we should look to add is definitely a technical office, so that we can easily store up kind of all of this technical office stuff into one more centralized location. We can't do distribution yet because we haven't unlocked it. I think this actually unlocks through the communist headquarters, so we can't do that currently, but that's something that we can put our minds towards and we can actually look towards doing. But what I first want to do is I want to look at the technical office. So I can do an 8. That does actually require quite a lot. I think it's just double. Actually, just a little bit less than double. It's the steel that's kind of getting me in the bricks. How big is this? This is fairly big too. Because what I wanted to be able to do is have just like one technical office that they all can run out of. I don't really have to worry. And I think actually I might place it here. I know it's going to be a lot of steel, but then we can move all the technical stuff out and not really have to worry about it too much. So yeah, we'll set it to get built. Everything should start moving. We have a lot of things just currently sitting, so it's great. And we have 19 people that want to move into their own flat. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that'll work out well. We do have kind of a random, I guess not random, but we could fit a party headquarter here. And that would allow us to research distribution offices and also just other really good things. It does take a lot of bricks though, and I think I might like to get brick manufacturing up before I'm going to spend all of that money. And when I could just kind of make my own bricks. So well, looks like this road is going to get finalized potentially. Yeah, they just dropped them off. So yeah, this will all get finalized. That'll be great. So then this road is done. It's up. It's ready. That should speed up. They're still working. They just kind of bugged. That should speed up everything for bringing things in. I'm not going to currently leave that open. And I do want to finish. This. So currently we can only do that because they still need to be able to get out, and they can't go around anymore currently. So that's a-okay. They can still get out this way, but if they can, I would like them just to be able to walk across. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking like we're actually building and heading towards a certain direction, right? It's kind of what we need to do. Yeah, we still need to get open stores, but we still really very much need to get the rail construction offices up so that we can actually build. So we can actually build everything, and these are very expensive, but it definitely is something that we should look to be getting up and operational. We are cutting into our import-export deficit. Not completely, but at least now we're only at 6,000 instead of what we would have been at 7,000. So it's definitely a lot better than what we were at. But I wonder currently what does, so wood just strictly, you can export it for wood 1176. And then boards are 16. You can make an extra $5 if you just put them into boards. Oh wow, we're only down to 2% now. Okay. Set it only to 5. Okay, we're at 3%. Okay. So yeah, what it might actually be beneficial is actually just to convert those boards or wood into boards instead of just exporting it like that, because then we can actually have a storage for boards. They wouldn't have to purchase our own boards. So where would I like to do that? So we have a distribution office here. I know I have more left over. So what I think I might do... So these are supplying the store, but they currently don't have much that they need to do. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to move that there. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to copy to another building. I'm going to copy it there. And I'm going to change the depot for all of them. And I'm going to make them go over there. So exactly what they were doing is now just copied over to this one. And once they're all out, then delete it. Just like so. Okay. And I might also do that the same thing with the demolition office, is move it away, because now we're not really fully using it. But I do need to check sawmill. Sawmill does pollute, but it doesn't pollute by much. So I think we can easily put it over here, because then this will also make sure it's hooked up to everything that we would need. And then once the technical office is up, we can move all of this stuff that's here, well, at least this, and move it away. But what I think we might do, we'd have to look at if we placed, because currently we're only currently bringing over about 16, and to cut into sawmills about 60. So we would have to definitely up our number of workers and up the amount. So what I might actually do is I'm going to allow them to move in. That'll alleviate our 12% that we have looking for their own flat. And then whatever's left over, I think what I might do is add just a little bit more, probably 10 more educated highly educated. And then I might look to move in. Yeah, so I'm going to wait a little bit for 21 plus, still living with parents, to be able to move in. Because there's 3 here. I don't know how you can tell them to go live elsewhere. Go live elsewhere. Go live here. This is for you. There we go. Okay, so 3 have moved in. Good. There's still 17 that can move in here. So I'm going to wait a little bit. Actually, what I might do, I want to hire 10 more of you, and then I want to hire only about there. So then I still have spare room for them to move out. I'm also going to hire immigrants. Do I want to? I don't know if this shopping district will be able to keep up. It should. I mean, we have a lot of extra space. I'll probably just monitor it right now for just a little bit. But what I want to do now... Yeah, we still got tons of coal. It's only producing at 30. Was it because they're at the end of their work shift? Probably just due to, you know, you don't need to produce anything. Everything's in. Okay. So what I want to look to do is... I mean, we haven't even taken out a loan yet. I think we're doing absolutely wonderful. So the sawmill, I think best bet is placing it here. Why I say that is because I think I want the tracks to come through here. Because what my plan is the city to expand out this way. With the city expanding out this way, we can have a lot more industrial stuff going on here. And the tracks coming through. So I think what can happen is this can be placed... I'm going to actually turn off active construction currently. I'm going to place this here. So this will get everything that it needs and walking distance. But then all that we need now to set up is a location. And I believe it's not the warehouse, but it's open storage. This is 330 tons. This is 7. Yeah, we don't need that much. And then what I want to do... Building is too close to existing infrastructure. Can I level this out? I can. So what I want to kind of do... Actually, I might even place it here. Just so it's not in the way of the tracks. I want to place this here. Oh, it needs to... I want to place that there. So then what will happen is... Once I can get... Actually, I can probably get rid of this road depot. Doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't. So what I want to do is... I want this to be gravel. Because that's not going to affect the citizens. And then they can still get out. We can do everything. Because I want to make this road gravel as well. And then... Whoa. Right here... I want that to be gravel because that's kind of their cut. So then what I'm going to have them do is all the boards that are here that are kind of now piling up, they can then go ahead. Does this actually have... Oh, wow, this does have ports. Because maybe to increase the capacity, maybe I put this here as well. That'd be smart. I mean, take away from it a little bit, but it would open up quite a significant amount of space. Very tempted to. Yeah, heck, let's do it. This, yeah, it didn't even take much away. So I'm going to activate this construction and I'm going to get it underway. So then they can store a lot more there. And then it can also be sent over here. And then I can mill it. And also what I think I might do as well is maybe build a second woodcutter post here. So we can double the efficiency. Because right now there's 530 tons just ready for transport around in the forest. And it seems like these things take quite a long time to get back. So that'll help us as well. So 10,000 imports, but we exported about 2,000, so we're only about 8,000. So that's definitely going to slow it down, and as well as we don't import any vehicles or foreign manpower, that should help us a significant amount as well. So I'm actually going to take a quick jump here and just double check to make sure that we're not over the limit of the episode. So I'll be right back. It is always a very good thing that I check these things, because we only got about 5-10 minutes left, and I always end up miraculously finding about that time of 9-10%. So currently we have 23 unemployment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this to 15 to help lower that unemployment. Here is maxed out still, so we can't increase that. I don't need this increased. The amount of teachers, that's fine. This is fine. That's fine. How many unemployed workers with high education? Workers, we're at 29%. Wow, we're at a very rough position. No, this still is doing its job okay. Can this go up? No. That definitely can't go up. It's maxed at 10. So what I might actually do, because it's taken them a while to get over there, is I actually will send these buses to gather and drop, and I'm going to tell them no highly educated and no workers. Yeah, no passengers, students, or tourists, and don't take highly educated, and yeah, you can get underway. Now they'll directly feed them, and hopefully that lowers the 21% no workplace that we're having, because that is definitely not good, right? But we're slowly getting our number up there instead of what we did previously, where we're just trying to get like 2,000 in right off the bat. So this is definitely a lot better. I don't know why this wasn't assigned. It's very weird how like sometimes things are assigned, sometimes things aren't. You know what, since there's a lot sitting around not doing anything, I'll just assign everything to start building. Once we get the police station up, that should definitely help with, well, actually, crime is gone. They're like, oh, they're building the police station. Yeah, I'm done with crime. Crime's not the life for me. Like, what? Whatever. That's if that's the way it's gonna be, that's fine by me. At least there's no crime, right? Actually, maybe we can up the amount of firefighters. I think that's actually something that we could look to up. Yeah, okay. And then, yeah, police station. Definitely don't need 10 in here. I think we can probably get away with 5 and, yeah, 8. And then we'll purchase them. That's 4. We'll do 1 and 1. We'll purchase that. And we'll call that good. Awesome. Okay, cool. That looks like it works, doesn't it? And then we have to kind of figure out what we want in here. But I definitely do like the aesthetic of the town. I think it looks really good. Maybe the university is a little bit out of place, but maybe not. Who really knows, right? So now, yes, we're going to have everybody. Oh, sorry, dog is barking in the background. So yeah, everyone will be. Yeah, so this should now always remain full. Because they'll arrive here and then they can import and export. And it does look like, yeah, the trucks can't make it back and forth fast enough, as when they're on this gravel road, they move significantly faster than not on the gravel road. So I'm going to start, because they can still get out. Oh no, they can't, because I have that block, so they have to go all the way. Oh, whoa. Oh no. How would they? So right now they can go whoop. Oh, they can go like that. Okay, so I didn't block them all completely off. Perfect. Okay, so they can still kind of get to where they need to go. That's perfect. All right. Well, I'm hoping that we can get this technical services up and operational before the end of the episode. Because if we can do that, that'd be great. Because then I can kind of show you how I want to clear up this location by getting these 2 technical offices out of the way. At least this one, potentially. And because this was the, I think this was the 8 slot we did. Technical office. Oh, really? I balled out with the 8? Oh, I guess I balled out with 8, so we could put all of them in there. I thought I only did 4, but apparently I balled out with 8, so I don't know. I guess I was thinking ahead. Maybe not thinking ahead, because we're actually losing quite a lot of money. Yeah, so what are you here to pick up? So you're here to pick up bricks, planks, here to load food. Oh, that's actually kind of crucial. And you guys are all just kind of sitting at the border. Well, it's not fully crucial. I mean, we're still looking good, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, hopefully this can, I don't think it will, because I mean, there's still 679 days left on it, but, oh, and also too, we can tell them to operate here as well. Fire station, keep it at 40, 40, 40, 40, and yeah, 40 is fine. They don't really use a ton of fuel anyways, so I think 40 is good. Do I want to kind of just box this all in with the gravel? That looked good. Why is it doing it so weird? Now let's try that again. Gravel. What if we did like half? Ah, crap. Oh, that actually works. Okay. Yep, cap. Keep going. And then we did that. That. And see, that's like what I'm trying to avoid, is like this line. We'll play on the line. That. I think that looks good. Yeah, I like it. Oh, actually, this might complete. So yeah, we kind of just stalled a little bit of time, but this might complete, so we can actually send everything over there, and everything might be a little bit more up and operational by the next episode. Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's looking really good. I'm really liking it. I do like kind of just this. It's only just for the citizens to walk on a path, and there's really no other way in. I think it's great. But yeah, we definitely need to make it so that they can... Wait, am I telling them to go straight to the wood? I guess I told them straight to the wood cutting post. Drop them off. Oh, that's fine, I think. Down back to 9%. People have their own flat. We're not going to fill this up. We're just going to leave it open. Teachers are good. Clinic is good. This should finish by today. Then we can also look to... Maybe I'll do it right now, because there's definitely other ways in. Look at that. Do that, and then... I think we'll do that as well. Does that actually have... No, that has to be by hand, so... Okay. I'll do that and that. Okay, perfect. Because they should be able to activate... Or are they considered blocked in? No, they're pulling from up there. Okay. Perfect. So let's wrap up today's episode. All these need to go there, and all of these guys need to go there. And then what we will do is service all of it. This will be your dump. That will be your water, or your sewage. That'll be your water, and that'll be everything else. So yes, I think that's good. And they can kind of just all store up here. Now that I've done it, I really don't like how it's like so much. So if I do this, and then that, and that, does that get rid of everything except for what I wanted to keep? Sure looks like it. Okay. Yeah, I really just didn't like it. I do like this. I do like that, but I really did not like how that was done. So I think what we might do is just plant some... What do we have planted here last? Poplar? Was it poplar? Now we're planting poplar. Actually, yeah, we'll plant in here as well. Make it wooded looking. Definitely not in here though. Can't be on the gravel, man. That just breaks the immersion for me. But anyways, yes, so everything is set up here. What are you? Why are you kind of like stuck? That was weird. He was like stuck half in, half out. You're gonna decide. All right, well, that does it for, I believe, episode 6 of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I hope everybody is enjoying the series. I hope that the audio issues, if you, I don't even know if you guys can hear the audio issues, to be honest with me. Let me know in the description, or not the description, in the comments, if you guys can even hear the audio issues that I'm hearing. Because if you can't, well, then I don't know what I'm stressing about. But if you can, let me know. Then maybe I can sit down with somebody that is good with audio, and we can go from there to ensure that we fix the audio. So, with that being said, again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We're actually getting to the point where it's looking really good for us. We got a pretty stable economy going. Well, not a stable economy, but at least stable people. We spent 32,000. Let's actually just check that real quick to find out where in the actual hell did that all come from. So steel was 15. Okay. 52 tons. Okay, yeah. I mean, granted, sure. How much actually does steel go for currently? Steel steel can be bought for... Steel can be bought for 317. Wow, it racks up a lot in just almost 1 year. So, I guess we might have to look at what does it take to get into the steel business, because apparently the steel business is where it is at. Iron processing plant, steel mill. So we might have to look at steel production designs so that we can actually start exporting steel, because apparently that is where pure gold comes from. So now, while we're actually here, I am just going to finish telling this to limit only store 100% of boards. So now when they deliver and drop off... Oh, well, actually, this needs to be done. Don't it? Okay, well, I don't know why that wasn't queued. But anyways, that will do it for this episode. Again, if you liked the episode, if you liked what you saw, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment, even if it's just for the sake of engagement. I always love communicating with you guys. So if it's anything, you know, big or small, I would love to hear it. I'm always here for it. So until next time, I will see everybody later. Take care.